Hey, what's up guys? This is Mario from Trade of the Day, and in today's video I'm going to explain and talk about why Facebook literally fell off the sky. Because it was doing very well. It was actually one of my favorite setups that it was looking really good, and all of a sudden out of nowhere this happened. So I'm going to explain why that happened, what's really going on with this news on Facebook, and I'm also going to explain that as well. So again, I'm going to put a 1 year chart of Facebook so you guys can see it's been trending very well. This is part of the technology sector, which is the strongest sector in the S&P 500, which is leading the market. And definitely this hit by Facebook bad news, it also hit the Nasdaq, the S&P 500. So it definitely hurt a lot of the market. But what's going on? What really happened? And if you look at the chart, I mean, the chart says it all, you know. So, and I'm going to explain to you how the news affected the chart and what does it mean for the stock of Facebook and things like that. So let's get started. So um, what's the news? So pretty much, what really happened was it there was some investigations from different media outlets that, for example, there was this Channel 4 News, a British broadcaster, published a video of Cambridge Analytica executives talking about using bribes, former spies and Ukrainian sex workers to entrap politicians. And as a way to kind of, I guess you could say, get political information, and also now they were accused of also using private data of more than 50 million Facebook users to develop techniques to support Trump's 2006 presidential election. So a lot of media, or I guess you could say outlets out there, are blaming Cambridge Analytica for using Facebook users to kind of almost, I guess you could say, kind of like use a lot of that private information that these companies should not have in the first place to kind of get an edge in the election campaign, the political campaign for Donald Trump. So why did it affect Facebook? Well, because Facebook is in charge of protecting users' private data. So if this company, Cambridge Analytica, was able to harvest this private data and use it for political reasons, it was kind of seen as a hack, almost like what happened with Yahoo email. Remember when the emails were hacked and millions of people's emails were hacked, and private data was able to, people were able to see that private data. Also with like Target hack, Target got hacked for the credit cards, processing. So it's a similar type of story that, again, depending what the outcome is of these, is definitely, I guess you could say, um, probes or investigations, because now the U.S., the EU are pressuring to make some investigations on into Facebook practices in terms of protecting users' data. That's going to hurt Facebook a lot because there could be increased regulation. And again, regulations overall are bad for companies because government sometimes may overregulate and make harder for companies to be successful. So that's the main reason why. It's more of a regulation thing more than anything that could affect Facebook in the long run. So let's look at the chart. And how big of a deal was this? I mean, it's obviously, you can see it in the chart. It's insane. Look at this humongous sell-off volume right here. Huge sell-off volume above average from we're talking about the average volume. The average volume is around 23 million shares traded. Now look at this humongous volume bar. Red volume, we're talking about 88 million shares were traded, and mostly in the sell side. So, and again, the stock is down almost 7% today. So huge. And not only that, but a broker's trend. There was a really nice trend here on Facebook that I was really liking, and it was definitely trending for all-time highs. But with this news, it literally broke that trend. So now a lot of traders who were long, and also long-term investors, because of the news that they just heard, they got out. You know what I mean? So for all I can see now is, I mean, this trend definitely broke. So it does no longer exist. So we're gonna see what really happens now. I mean, with Facebook, is it gonna hold? when the chief executive like Mark Zuckerberg or other executives go to Congress to testify on Congress about this issue, when where 50 million private users' data uh, was was held and was manipulated, to use for a campaign. Depends on what happens with that. If there are going to be regulations, no regulations, we don't know yet. So we don't know really what's going to happen because again, it's not just the U.S., it's also Europe, Britain. Um, that could make an impact of Facebook stock and Facebook long-term success. So we're gonna see. So right now it's all left to speculation. So we'll see what happens with the sharp. But so far, I mean, you could tell that it really did affect the stock. Not only the Facebook, but affected the market as a whole. And again, Facebook is a big component of the Nasdaq, and I mean, you can see the Nasdaq also took a big hit. Also, the market as a whole took a big hit. And if you look at the Spiders ETF, it also took a big hit. And also not only that, but the market also broke its trend. So I was looking for this lower highs, higher lows trend, and it broke out of this little trend. So we're going to see now in the market if Facebook holds and Nasdaq holds, we're going to see hopefully this level, this 264.82 level, does not break below that, because then I'll be worried. Now, as a reminder, guys, we also have on Wednesday FOMC meeting and Federal Reserve announcement, which is very, very important for the market. So we're going to see how the market reacts with that. So far, I am a little bit worried. So this sell-off, I mean, part of it was definitely Facebook. You could see the VIX, up like 30, almost 20, 25%, almost 30% intraday, and up 20% at the close. So there's definitely volatility. And again, it could be definitely related both to Facebook and what's going to happen on Wednesday when the Federal Reserve does, make their announcement about interest rates. So we're going to see what happens, guys. So again, overall, hopefully you guys understood from this video what caused the crash on Facebook. But again, it's still holding some of the levels. If you look at the moving averages, it is still holding the 200-day moving average, which is a long-term, moving average. This is very, very important that a lot of long-term traders and investors do look at. So that's good. So, keep in mind that if it does break below that, it could go to 160 or even 150. So we'll see. We'll see. And again, it has a lot to do with what happens when these executives go to, speak in Congress, and see if regulators are going to take a stand on this data privacy and social media, and maybe call for regulation or put a bill for regulation. So we're going to see what happens. So hopefully you guys learned something from this video. Again, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to make a comment below, and you guys will hear from me soon. Have a good one, guys.